Pleasant morning to all mga kamarino. Today, we are going to spread positivity. Good vibes lang. Wala kayong karapatang malungkot kasi nandito kami ni Admiral Eduardo Santos para pasayahin ang umaga ninyo. Diba, Admiral?
Tama ka dyan, partner. Good morning sa ating mga kamarino. May nabasa po akong memes, ha? Makaka-relate po kayo dito.
Ano naman yon, Admiral?
Magmahal ka ng taga-maap. Ma-appeal na, ma-appreciate niya ang kahit na maliit mong ginagawa. Oh.
Aba, tingnan mo nga naman, nakakatuwa talaga ang iba nating mga kamarino. Nakikiuso sa mga memes, may mga jokes, hugot lines, para nga naman maibsan ang kanilang mga kalungkutan. Pero tama yan.
Of course, when boredom strikes, creativity takes over, ika nga nila.
O tandaan ninyo mga kamarino ha, kapag kayo ay nalulungkot, hook up lamang kayo sa mga mahal nyo sa buhay. At syempre, gawin ninyong positive ang araw-araw na gawain sa loob ng barko. Example yan. O di syempre, nandoon kayo sa loob ng barko, abay pwede kayong magbasa, pwede kayong matuto, pwede kayong mag-research, at pwede kayong makichat. Okay? Good chats lamang ha mga kamarino.
Tama ka dyan, partner. Kaya ano pa hinihintay ninyo? Tumutok na kayo, mga kamarino. Dito lang po sa Yanang Marino, the first and the longest running television program para sa lahat ng Pilipino magdalagat. Kaya all aboard dito sa
Yan ang Marino.
Mula sa iba't ibang bansa ay nagtipon-tipon ang mga delegado para sa Maritime Education o MET noong nakaraang November 15, 2019 sa AMUSUP Convention Hall, Intramuros, Manila upang pag-usapan ang sustainable development. Nagbigay naman ng opening remarks si Vice Admiral Eduardo Santos.
This looks like an eclectic or a hodgepodge of organizations who are here with us today. There is only one thread that unites all of us, and that thread is sustainability in maritime education and training. How do we get all of that together? All of these three organizations, including MAP of course, we're always after continuing professional development. All of us are students. No one has the monopoly of knowledge in this world. So I hope that all of you look at this gathering as something that will add, that will increase, that will enhance your expertise in your respective jobs in maritime education and training. The other thread that will link all of us together is the word sustainability. You've heard of it many times. It's a buzzword in the United Nations Sustainability Development Goals. Okay, so what is, in essence, sustainability simply is that we should be able to provide whatever is needed for today in the best way that we can without compromising the requirements of the future. Provide for today, make sure that we have something for tomorrow. And that's actually what sustainability is all about. What we're doing today is to ensure that we are sustainable in maritime education and training and making sure that we're able to provide for our students, for the young professionals, and even the existing professionals we have now. We're able to help them, provide them with the necessary instruments and tools that they need so that they can do their jobs without compromising, without reducing what is needed in the future. And that means, when we talk about the future, it means being ready for the disruptions in technology.
Ipinaliwanag din ni Dr. Angelica Bailon kung ano nga ba ang meaning ng sustainable development na siyang tema ng kanilang programa.
Empower seafarers. That's a long-lasting solution. Because remember, no matter how we prepare for the seafarers, if the seafarers are not interested, they are not motivated, we cannot force them. So at MAP empowers all everyone, women included, and they equip them with the needed knowledge, skills, attitude, and for the future generation as well, with values and attitude, ways of thinking and working that enables a more sustainable and just society for all, and use a balanced and integrated approach to the economic, social, and environmental dimension of sustainable development. So sustainability does not imply just an add-on. It's not. It is not just an add-on to the existing structure and curricula. No. Rather, it implies a change of belief, a change of attitude in our culture, our thinking, and our practices. Hence, sustainable development, it refers to the belief, to the choices, to the strategies, to the actions of organizations and individuals in integrating the concepts of sustainability principles in our work, in the curriculum, that lead to optimum sustainable development outcomes for the future.
Huwag kayong bibitiw dahil marami pa kayong aabangan sa pagbabalik ng Yanang Marino.
The Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific continues to sail forward with modern facility, active cadet sponsorships, advanced education and trainings. And as the premier maritime academy in the country, be a future world-class marine officers. Be at MAAP, ensuring excellence at sea at all times. Ang bawat bayaning Pilipinong magdaragat, may kaagapay, may kaibigan, may kakampi, may kasangga, may kabalikat. Ang iyong Associated Marine Officers and Seamen's Union of the Philippines. Kasama mo sa tunay na malasakit dahil AMUSUP cares.
Narito naman ang speech ni Captain Vivek Jain tungkol sa MET sustainability through capability building for competency of young aspirants.
When I left sea, my intention was to give back something to the seafarers with whom I have sailed for so many years. And I've seen a lot of accidents, I've seen a lot of casualties which were going on. And I noticed there was something missing in STCW convention. And in order to recommend something, I just can't recommend like that. I had to do a proper research, and I recommended it to many people. What was the research? Research was all about the competency gaps. Now, anybody who is joining sea, he's going to miss internet, he's going to miss entertainment avenues, which is available 24 hours a day. So this means anybody who is in the maritime institution, or even any employers who are there, they need to consider that. In our time, there was not 24 hours entertainment, but anybody joining now, they have 24 hours entertainment. So they are missing that. How we will compensate for that? This means if I am planning some courses now for my kids or in the schools, I have to think 10 or 12 years ahead, because what they are learning now, they are not going to immediately do the job. They are going to do the job after 12 years. Similarly, anybody training now in any of the institution, they are going to apply it in 3 years, 4 years, or combined with the current state. In last 20 years, when I did the research, something drastically has happened in the world. Many people were not imagining that it will happen, but it did happen. China is now the second largest economy. China was very similar to other Asian countries in 1999-2000. But now, in 2019, China is the second largest economy, and their fleet is very big as Greek fleets or Norwegian fleets or any other fleet. Even though there is a change in economic order, there is something still remaining the same. There are some countries which are employing the seafarers. There are some countries which are supplying the seafarers. That has not changed. Shall we be silent? Shall we think that yes, Philippines or India will always be able to supply the seafarers? Not necessary. If we don't change with the time, if we don't prepare the seafarers, then there could be a problem. Things can change because we are just supplying the seafarers. Somebody is employing. Who has more power? Somebody who is employing. So any maritime institution or any organization, they have to realize this basic fact. We should be prepared for the changing times. If we don't change with the time, hard luck. Manila is now the maritime center, but it can change within 3 or 4 years.
Nagbigay din ng special message ang Chancellor of Royal Institution Singapore, Dr. Samuel Salvador.
The theme of this event is very much relevant and timely because everybody, all countries of the world, is busy talking about and discussing about sustainable development goals. The sustainable development goals, these are the collection of 17 global goals designed to be a blueprint to achieve a better and more sustainable future for all. These SDGs, for short, set in 2015, are part of the United Nations Resolution 70/1 of the 2030 Agenda, building on the principle of leaving no one behind. The new agenda emphasizes a holistic approach to achieving sustainable development for all. Let me bring back to you the 17 SDGs goals. Number 1, no poverty. So by 2030, hopefully, there is no poverty in this global earth anymore. Zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry innovation and infrastructure, reducing inequality, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water shall be well protected and sustainable. Life on land, 16 is all about peace, justice, and strong institution. And of course, 17 is all about partnerships for the attainment of these goals. The seminar workshop is an important opportunity to look to the future, to shape an ambitious global action program, and to ensure that maritime education and training shall be able to figure out prominently on the above stated 17 Sustainable Development Goals of 2030.
Ipinaliwanag naman ni Captain Chites J. Puriyar ang blockchain technology.
Well, blockchain is one of the latest technology, which is a distributed ledger technology, and it has got a lot of good concepts like immutability. There are a lot of multiple copies, so it is not a centralized system which can be hacked. So that gives a benefit that your authenticity can remain on the system, and it brings a lot of digital trust in the system through these basically qualities. There are talks that Philippines, whether it should remain in whitelist or not. So there is a threat, and there have been cases in past whereby the authenticity of the crew certificates have been questioned. Now, blockchain doesn't eliminate that 100%, but it definitely brings in a regime whereby they can show that their certificates are on blockchain. It is much more authenticated, and if there is any system whereby it is tampered, it can be found out. So there is an audit regime built in as well. So I think this will help Filipino seafarers a lot, in the sense they will be probably the first one to get started in the maritime world, and second, It gives a lot of confidence to their employers, the shipping companies, the training institutions alike, as well as Marina, that their certificates are very authenticated.
Sa pagbabalik ng Yanang Marino ay masasaksihan natin ang mga kaganapan sa International Association of Maritime Universities na ginanap sa Japan.
Ang bawat bayaning Pilipinong magdaraga, may kaagapay, may kaibigan, may kakampi, may kasangga, may kabalikat. Ang iyong Associated Marine Officers and Seamen's Union of the Philippines. Kasama mo sa tunay na malasakit. Dahil Amusuk cares. The Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific continues to sail forward with modern facility, active cadet sponsorships, advanced education and trainings. And as the premier maritime academy in the country, be a future world-class marine officers. Be at MAAP, ensuring excellence at sea at all times. Samahan natin ang aking partner sa pagdalo niya sa International Association of Maritime University or IAMU na ginanap sa Japan para i-represent ang MAAP at ang buong detalye niyan narito na.
Nagtungo naman sa Tokyo, Japan ang presidente ng Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific o MAAP, Vice Admiral Eduardo MAR Santos upang i-represent ang ating bansa sa 20th Annual General Assembly ng International Association of Maritime Universities noong October 2019. Ang tema ng nasabing pagpupulong ay Charting the Course for the Future of Maritime Universities, Environment, Technological, Economical, Social, Policy Impacts. According to Helen Keller, quote, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much," end of quote. Magkakaiba man ang kanilang bansang inirerepresenta, ngunit sila ay nagkakaisa sa iisang layunin at yun ang mapabuti ang kalakaran sa buong mundo.
The Maritime Academy of Asia and the Pacific continues to sail forward with modern facility, active cadet sponsorships, advanced education and trainings. And as the premier maritime academy in the country, be a future world-class marine officers. Be at MAAP, ensuring excellence at sea at all times. Ang bawat bayaning Pilipinong magdaraga, may kaagapay, may kaibigan, may kakampi, may kasangga, may kabalikat. Ang iyong Associated Marine Officers and Seamen's Union of the Philippines. Kasama mo sa tunay na malasakit. Dahil Amusuk cares.
According to Paul J. Mayer, and I quote, "Productivity is never an accident. It is always the result of a commitment to excellence, to intelligent planning, and to focused effort," unquote.
Tama ka dyan, Admiral. Mga kamarino, there is no accident. Lahat dyan ay nakaguhit sa inyong destiny. At kung gusto nyong maging masaya, magiging masaya kayo. You choose happiness over loneliness. At saka, happiness is always a choice.
Agree ako dyan, Mare. Madami nang nangarap na maging marino. Samantalang kayo, mga kamarino, naandyan na. Napaka-blessed nyo, kaya fight lang. Kasi kung ano ang pinagdaanan ninyo ngayon, ay magiging testimony ninyo sa balang araw para maka-inspire din kayo ng iba pang mga tao na dumadaan sa ganyang pagsubok.
Mga kamarino, malay ninyo, baka kayo o mga story ninyo ang ma-feature namin dito sa Yanang Marino. Kung meron kayong mga kwento na kakaiba at nakakaantig ng puso or simpleng gusto nyo lang makijam sa amin dito sa Yanang Marino, mag-post po kayo sa amin or mag-PM kayo sa Yanang Marino ha. Hintayin namin yan.
That is correct, partner. So paano ba yan? Hanggang sa susunod po ulit na Sabado.
Abangan kami tuwing alas 8 ng umaga, tuwing Sabado po yan, dito lamang sa PTV Channel 4 or live streaming www.ptv.ph at syempre sa aking website www.mareyao.com.
At syempre, meron din po tayong libreng DVD mga kamarino. Maaari po niyo itong makuha sa Amusup Seaman Center. So paano po? Till our next adventure. But for now, anchors away.
Bye everyone!
Bye-bye.
Bye!